Let's see. What's up, brother? See you, man.
Open us up. Good afternoon and welcome. We are here this afternoon to really show appreciation and gratitude for Tehran Sloan from Brownsville, Brooklyn. The crisis management system is a key part of our strategy to make sure that we reduce gun violence and keep our cities safe. And so many people are working day in and day out, really putting themselves on the line, and we want to show appreciation for that. Tehran, unfortunately, was wounded during his time off from the work that he does and that he loves. And we really want to lift him up and all of the workers who are out there on the streets keeping us safe. At this moment, I'd like to introduce A.T. Mitchell, co-chair of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force for the Adams administration.
To, of course, our mayor, Eric Adams, our first deputy mayor, Sheena Wright, and to other administrators here at City Hall. We are very appreciative to be here this afternoon to do something again. Mayor Adams has been a historic mayor over his tenure, and today is another mark in that history. This has never happened before. Unfortunately, the work that the crisis management system employees and workforce does is as dangerous as any other emergency responders work is. And we've had unfortunate situations that have occurred in the past over the years where other members on the job has been wounded, unfortunately. But never had an administration invited the very wounded and his colleagues and people like us to City Hall to pay some homage and respect. I recall the day that I called the mayor and of course informed him of Tehran's situation. Our mayor was very concerned. And then so much so that we organized we constructed our schedules, and we made our way to visit Tehran, actually at the hospital in Brookdale Hospital. And so one of the things that I think is important about Tehran's situation is that it points out the amount of danger and how dangerous it is to work in the jobs that we have at times. It is assumed that the work that we do is light or is mostly just standing on corners, but in fact, Tehran's proof is that our work is very dangerous. And as been said, he came out on his day off, and he intervened in the situation in the lobby of Wimbledon. And he tried to do what he do every single day, on and off the clock. And he was met with almost could have been fatal danger on his way back into his apartment that day. So we're lucky that he survived his injuries, that he's still with us. I know his team at Brownsville Inn and Balance Out, Bevo, all are very appreciative and happy to learn that, that he survived. But I can't tell you how this is a remarkable opportunity, it's a momentous occasion for us in the work, and I hope that the rest of the city pays attention to the level of respect that this administration is giving to the community workers that are out there in the crisis management system. Thank you again, man, for this opportunity.
Thank you, A.T., long-time friend and advocate around ending violence in our community. And just the whole Bevo team, what they're doing in Brownsville and throughout the city. And often, as A.T. Mitchell stated, it has gone unnoticed. And what was significant about that day that I stopped in the hospital to see Tehran is that in the neighboring hospital bed, I believe he was one of the first young men who was involved in an incident dealing with the crisis management team. And so you see that all the time in the hospital, you're seeing the stories. They sort of tell the real concerns that we have in the city. And so today, we're honoring Tehran Sloan, better known as the tree. I wonder why. It's his towering figure, and I was just really touched and moved by his concern on that day. Really, just as we say with our men and women of law enforcement, the violence interrupters are never off duty. They don't say there's violence taking place, so I'm not going to respond. He warned some of the young children that were in the lobby, giving them some instructions like what they have to do. And he is compassionate about this work. This January, he was on his way out of his home to get food when he noticed a suspicious person in the hallway. Always looking out for his neighbors, he responded accordingly. And he was shot in the chest randomly moments later. And thank God he survived the shooting. So many of our young people don't survive shootings of that nature, but he did. And when we were in the hospital room speaking with him, he still talked about his concerns for the young people in ending gun violence in our city. And it's really heroic for him to do the job, doing the job in a way of just communicating with people. That is his secret weapon. His ability to communicate, his dedication, his commitment to doing this work. And so we wanted to just pause today, give him acknowledgement, and far too often the men and women of the crisis management team, what they do every day, it just goes unnoticed, and we often overlook it. And we're not going to do this in this occasion and in many more. Deputy Mayor Wright, First Deputy Mayor Wright has been partnering with AT, with our initiative to make sure that we acknowledge our crisis management team members throughout the city, and how do we fortify what they're doing so we can continue to deal with the issues of gun violence in our community. So, Gerard, I'm just going to give you this proclamation on behalf of all New Yorkers. Whereas there's no great example of the indomitable spirit for which New Yorkers are known than the strength displayed by Teron Sloan. Teron embodies the very best characteristics of the 5 boroughs, and he possessed a bottomless well of compassion for those he serves. The story presents us all with an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to eliminating senseless gun violence. Together, we will continue to work to further our mission to guarantee safety throughout New York and forge a better, brighter, and safer future for all. Now, therefore, I, Eric Adams, Mayor of the City of New York, do hereby proclaim Monday, March 6, 2023, in the City of New York, the Teron Sloan Day.
I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I love the work. Appreciate all the praise, all the thank yous. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for my team, for all the support. This is way bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? We got a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Against gun violence. So I appreciate all the accolades and all that, but this is more for